wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a second-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the second pick of the 4th round, out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Running left on the handoff, Carter.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. This is intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw taken in by Collins.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A 2nd down run for Burkhead. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
Now Ka'imi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Carter.
Stays on his feet. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Carter.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about picking up that one? That was big for them.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30. 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Elijah Moore.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
That's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burkhead. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Stafford.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. Now Wilson.
He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
They'll run with Carter.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the play.
And it'll be intercepted.
picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things.
And the ball is out. Burkhead lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still.
Touchdown! That's caught. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Henry Ruggs
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Able to connect with Mims.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Stafford's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Stafford. Got him in. It's Brown. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. 53, ready.
Throwing is Stafford.
Completes this out left to Ruggs.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Stafford looks to throw again.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The point after is good, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Carter.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Touchdown, Texans!
Brandon Jordan.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Yeah, he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Michael Carter
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Smith to return it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Henry Ruggs
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to position.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
56, Mike, 56.
To throw is Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down at Stafford.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Bring it. Bring it. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Squeeze, double up. Ready.
Carter once more.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
A toss left side for Carter.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.
commotion is breaking news. They got an ad on TV. Probably in a section where you're not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. So and that was a purse, disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt. You gotta pay my mix around. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my city. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me.
I'm getting greedy, I blowed her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101. I'm with the love of my life in like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed.